Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Katelyn from Florals.com and today I am starting a new series. It is inspired by Adele or Inky Quill series. Grab 5, I'm doing pick 5. So same premise here. You pick 5 things from your stash that you want to use and then you use them on a layout. One of my things was this beautiful stencil that I just purchased from Michael's. It wasn't in the scrapbook section. Anyway, I'm using some white acrylic paint to get this stencil going here. And the stencil is by Plaid, and it's really pretty, nice floral. And I'll be doing 2 sections of this stencil with some acrylic white paint from Joann's. And I'm using some pretty thin craft cardstock. I don't have any of the good stuff any left. So this actually comes out a little splotchier than I expected. But I didn't mind it because I will cover most of it up, let's be honest. And now I'm just going to do it on the other side so it's like a whole strip across. And then for some of the other things that I picked earlier in this video while I was just talking, I picked out some raspberry colored thicker pieces, they're chipboard. I picked out some cork stickers. I picked out some cork embellishments by Oriental Trading, there's some stickers. I picked out the stencil. And then I believe the last thing I picked out was my small sequins, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out later. So once I get this stencil completely done, I'm going to put off this piece of paper to dry off elsewhere and wipe off my stencil. I don't know how I'm supposed to clean a stencil, but I always have to go to my sink afterwards, and then it's just annoying. I don't know if there's a tip to it, but if you guys know how to clean a stencil pretty well, leave me a comment below telling me how I'm supposed to clean it. So like I said, I'm just going to clean off my desk, leave that to dry elsewhere. And the picture I'm using for this layout is a picture of my friends and I at my friend's graduation party a few summers back. So I have this pink background paper, which is from the Dear Lizzie Daydreamer paper pad. And now I'm looking for a paper to layer my photo on top of. I first have to trim the photo because 6x6 papers don't really work with a 4x6 photo. So I trimmed that down, and now I'm grabbing this floral paper from the Echo Park Happy Days paper pad. It's really cute. I actually am almost done with that paper pad now because this was filmed a little bit back, but by the time this goes up, maybe that paper pad will be finished, hopefully. So I'm just going to trim this down on my photo. Really like the yellow next to that green in the picture. It turned out pretty nice. And now I'm going to grab a doily because I'm addicted to doilies. I feel like I use one on every layout and it is a major problem. So once my stenciled piece was dry, I have these beautiful K & Company die cuts. They were designed by Brenda Walton. And I'm going to fidget around with these quite a bit. I've had these die cuts for, I'd say at least 4 years, if not longer. Maybe a little less. No, probably at least 4 years. So I really love the floral pieces in this set. I'm not exactly sure the collection, but I use a lot of her pieces, and then my title also comes from one of these pieces. It says Best Friends on it, so I'll end up using that for my title. And I think a really good tip for any scrapbooker or beginner scrapbooker, if you're in a rut, is to take, if you do 12 by 12 at least, is to take a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and then just work on the 8.5 by 11 that you put on top of it. It just really minimizes the space that you have to fill up, and you feel like it's just a great starting point for a lot of people. So that's my one recommendation for you from this video. So now I'm going to attempt to glue everything down. I really don't like how you just have to lay everything out, make sure it looks good, and then lay everything down, because it's like you have to do it all over again and remember where everything goes. But I end up remembering where everything goes, and I've used 2 out of 5 of the things I'm supposed to use on this layout so far. And don't worry, I do end up using them all. I don't forget about any. So this is really fun. And as I said earlier, this series is inspired by Adele or Inky Quill series over on her YouTube channel. I'll have a link somewhere either on the video here or down below that you can go find her if you haven't heard of her. She does these all the time. And it's just a really great challenge to get some stuff out of your stash and use it up. Like I used a bazillion die cuts on this piece, and I really love the way it turned out. I'm using some of this sticky tape because I want it to really hold down this piece of paper that's a little flimsy. So I use a lot of it actually. I really like this stuff. I got mine from Blitsy, and Blitsy is a online retailer, in case you're wondering. I think they're based in Chicago, if I've heard correctly. So I'm just going to glue that part down and then start embellishing everywhere. Be sure to head over to my blog for more details and some up-close photos on this layout. I'll also have some still photos at the end, so don't worry about that. And we're almost done, but not completely done, because we still have a few more of the Grab 5 to use. I'm just putting some foam tape on the back of this flower to give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm grabbing these stickers, which are part of my pick 5, and that one I used on a different layout. But I used some hearts on this layout and this fleur-de-lis, or whatever it's called, piece. I really like these stickers. I've got them, I believe, at a yard sale, and I still have them, so there goes that. And now I'm going to be using some cork stickers. These are from Oriental Trading. I cut this one in half so I could use it in 2 different spots. I only used the 1 sticker, so that's kind of cheating, but that's okay. I'm going to use some of my Tim Holtz Tiny Word stickers. I think I only used 1 or 2, because these are the holiday ones, and since it wasn't a holiday, it didn't make any sense for me to use many of them. Oh, but it looks like I ended up using 2. So I end up using 2, and then for the final touches, I'll be adding some sequins. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the rest of this layout and some stills at the end. Bye, guys!